I'm a little fish in a big pond, a really big pond, the ocean. I'm a nobody. I want some of that. The top of the reef, where the somebodies live. I want to be rich and famous like them, but stuck down here.
Well, what's wrong with down here?
I'll tell you what's wrong with down here.
Nobody loves a nobody. I want to be a somebody.
Oscar, you don't have to live at the top of the reef to be a somebody.
What's the difference if I don't pay Mr. Sykes back by tomorrow? I'm dead anyway. So.
Wait here.
Bait. A real life tale of consequences and decisions. Check it. Big fish in a pond full of guppies. Easy grew weary of his surroundings and yearned to dwell amongst the yuppies, and almost suddenly, Wally disassociated himself from Eddie Haskell and Lumpy and started acting all uppity. I guess somewhere along the line he decided the company he kept was the reason why his social life slept with the fishes. But it's one thing about fishing, if you're not fully prepared to accept these wishes, then you shouldn't dare mention it. There was an air of suspicion that loomed around his new crowd of fishes he envied, but without a doubt, he was intrigued to the point of no return. Lost sight in all the bridges he would burn in search of riches deferred. All this because he preferred to be one of these fishes with perks. But this perch got way too big for his britches and worse, addicted to drama. Never knew that this new school of fishes he swam with were vicious piranha. Went from a shallow pond to the deep sea where he turned up the degrees like a heated sauna, causing plenty of ripples in the water. The lifestyle he came to live with gave the average fish pause like a comma. But in this new world, his flaws overshadowed his honor. And oddly enough, his greed had somewhat of a somber effect. But he long learned to live with these regrets, not knowing he was just the piranha's new pet, a pawn in his underwater game of chess, binded by a non-verbal contract that came with a promise of death in due timing, blinded by the glitter and sparkle of diamonds. I guess it's safe to say that his happiness was on consignment, a debt he would surely repay with interest for having left himself virtually defenseless. So naive they easily penetrated his defenses by using the ancient war tactic of friendship. It's sad that not once did he consider this, that behind each of these smiling faces were some very abrasive henchmen. One way or another, the truth just completely eluded him. Only if he knew that they were using him for their pure amusement and comedy relief, and once his novelty ceased to tickle their fancy, he'd be in one hell of a pickle like John Benet Ramsey, sliced and diced by his so-called partners, fried and fricasseed like the catch of the day at Benihana's, all because he chose to idolize some shifty piranhas. These troubled waters are filled to the brim with floating carcasses. So many big fish set out to make their mark and ended up getting taken out to market, while the perpetrators swim on to their next unsuspecting targets. Different lure, same bait. This is the game that fishermen and fish play. Net, hook, shake, and escape. Predator and prey. Don't end up the main course on the next man's plate.
If you thought a guy like me can't get to a guy like you, guess what? You thought wrong.